And what is up, guys? Welcome back to another stream. Just trying to get my Spotify to load in. There we go. Alright, so turn that down. Hopefully that's sounding good. Sounding good, guys? I'll check it out. We'll wait for a couple people to get in, and then we'll start up our plane. Let's see, let me see. Hopefully that's sounding good. Alright, I'm gonna turn it up just a little, guys. And then we're gonna start up our airplane. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're just gonna wait for a couple minutes, sitting outside the beautiful CRJ, waiting for some people to come in. Alright, guys, well, welcome on in. Alright, so today we are going from JFK all the way, or not JFK, we're going from Detroit all the way over to JFK. We're going to be doing the PALV 3 departure with the transition of the MR dock, direct to Hoxie, Juliet 70, LVZ, and the Lendy 8 arrival. So, pretty easy flight today. This is a real life flight, Delta connection, or operated by Endeavor Air, which Uncle Michael works for. Let's see. Wait for a couple people to get in, because I know there's people coming today. And yeah, we'll start the plane up then. Let's see. Alright, and also for our next flight, we are going to be doing a poll. So I'll let you guys know when we're in the air, or maybe a little before that, but we'll have another flight. Not for today, but, or maybe for today, but probably for tomorrow. Wait for some people again, and we'll start in about the next minute or so. Yeah, about a minute. Hopefully everyone's day is going good so far. Alright, I'll give you guys a little briefing on the flight. Alright, so we are Endeavor 1590 EDV. We're going from Detroit to KDTW to JFK, New York, KJFK. Our alternate is Philly. CRJ 900. Departure today, arrival, airtime is going to be 1 hour 8 minutes, block time, which is from pushback to the next gate, hour 36, 37,000 feet as cruising, cost index is 5, everything else is good. 60 passengers on today's flight, and yeah, that's all I gotta know. We can pull up our charts, and this is our flight right here. This is our flight plan for today. Alright, so in a minute we'll go inside the cockpit and we'll start the plane up. We're on live weather, live time. Oh, there's a fire truck. All right, yeah, everything is looking good. Let's see. All right, it's been almost a minute, so let's go get into the flight deck. We'll open up the camera tool and we'll get there in just a minute. All right, in the flight deck of the CRJ. Pretty cool flight deck. All right, let's get to work. Let's get our ground power unit connected. If it's already not connected, should be connected. I'm not sure though. Let's see. Ground power cart is connected. All right, so we're gonna go battery master is on. We're gonna wait for that to spool up, let all the screens come on. We are going to open the door and we'll open up the stairs. It's a little weird with the CRJ. I don't think that's actually how it is, but we're gonna leave it like that unless I can put stairs down. Let's see. Whoops. Oh yeah, there it is. So you just come out right there. All right. We're gonna check our views out. All right, cool. All right, that's all coming on. So we're gonna go DC service. Actually, we don't need that. We're just gonna go AC. Boom, that's all gonna spool up. That's gonna take a whole minute or so. We're gonna put our position in, because our position is Detroit. So airport is just KDTW. Alright, there we go. Now we'll come back here, align the IRS. Oops. Put those both to nav. And we'll set this up in a minute or so. Flight number is EDV 1590. Endeavor Airlines 1590, and we are going from Detroit, and with service to JFK, John F. Kennedy's Airport. All right, so JFK. There we go. All right, execute that. That stuff will be loading in. Cruising altitude 370. Impossible. Oh. I forgot you had to put 37,000 actually on this one. Alright, execute that. Let's see. We have fuel. So that will be our block fuel. That is going to be 9645. 9645. Put that in there. Zero fuel weight. 63155. 63155. All right. 36000. Alright, we already know what we're doing. We're doing the Play 8. Or actually, I'm not even sure. We're going to go here, though. Alright, runway 3 left. And the PALV departure. oops, right here. We're doing the path to MR dock. We'll execute that. Go back to the index, put the arrival in. We are landing runway 4 right with the 98. ILS 4 right. 98. Connect this. And we'll connect this. Cool. Execute that. Alright. There's our arrival. Or, not our arrival. There's our departure. We'll add this guy back in here. There we go. Alright. Now we'll come up here, finish setting up this stuff. Those will go to armed. No smoking, go to on. Should be it, and we'll turn nav light on. That's it. Fuel pumps. Cool. Alright, we are gonna request our catering service. And DO and CO. DO and CO catering service. That's what we have today. Alright. But everything's looking good here. Up here, everything is also looking good. We'll start at APU 1. We do get boarding. Those can go on. This can go on. Air conditioning is good. That's basically it. Now we'll go back outside and wait for everything to load in. So we are going to have the catering service come right up to here. So we'll wait for that. We'll get our passengers on board, and then we'll be pushing back and out of here. We still got chalks. Alright guys, why our catering service is giving us food? Why is it going back there? Okay, I was about to say. Alright, so why the catering service is giving us food, I'm going to go get something to drink. So I'll be back in just a minute. I forgot to open the service door. Alright, we'll open this. I know. Alright, that's opening. Cool. I see we have BTS fan page in there. I think that is Andrew, my brother. What is up? How are you doing? Alright. So, plane is all good. We're ready. We're just gonna wait for the IRS to line. Alright, while we got our guys putting our stuff in there, or our catering in there, we'll get passengers boarding in a little bit. Yeah, but we should be good. Oh, we are gonna request fuel. Let's see. Alright, our fueling truck is on its way. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the back of the airplane. Let's see, refueling truck. I don't see it yet. We'll see it soon. Alright, so we're gonna be taking this all the way to New York. Oh, there's our fuel truck. Closed service door. Oh, let's see. Let's go 80. Service door. Okay, now I gotta go back inside the cockpit. You can get rid of that. Oh, we have our IRS aligned. Service door is closed. I know I closed it. After we get fuel, we'll request boarding. Oh, let's see, they should be refueling. I don't know. We'll go back here and then go over here. Alright, how long does it take? Oh, it's gotta... Oh. Wow, that was fast. Alright, it's time to load our passengers. Now I gotta go back into the cockpit once again. Alright guys, let's get passengers on board. We'll request boarding. Boarding has been requested. We'll go up here, finish it off with... Actually no, this should be good. Put all this to auto. Beacon light can come on since we are boarding. And now that we are boarding, no, we'll board both. APU is starting. Alright, we're ready. Aft cargo. Forward, aft. Because they're probably doing both, if that was my guess. Alright, we'll get the crew boarding, then we can watch our passengers board. But there's no point to watch our crew board. Once again, if you guys are just coming in, welcome in. We are now boarding. We have fueled up. We've got our food, and now we're gonna be boarding our passengers and our baggage. Once again, guys, welcome in. Alright, pilots boarding is starting. We got our bags here. It's not too nice down here. Oh, passengers boarding started. Alright, I guess we can go inside and we'll come back out when they're done. Oh, we only have 50 passengers actually. Been streaming for 24 minutes, nice. Oh, they all just disappear after they walk through. There's like 3 guys on top of each other. That's crazy. Oh, it's basically owned by Delta Airlines. Whoops. So we will pull this up. Once again, if you guys are just coming in, welcome in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible to allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under the seat in front of you.
So we'll let them do their spiel,
for your larger bags without having to check them plain
and
sight
then
to your
we'll
final
get going.
destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, we must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. Please also note that if you will be working on a laptop computer or enjoying any other larger electronic devices,
oh my gosh, it takes forever. Our AP is started and running, so we're gonna go back up into the flight deck.
Place them directly on the floor.
Alright, back in the flight deck. We're only 33% of the bag is loaded, so we are going to do our V-Speeds input. V-Speeds. Alright. V1 is going to be... Let's actually see. Takeoff performance. Compute. We have 139, 139, 149. Ooh, one off. 139. 139 and 146, 47, 48 for 9. Cool. We're good with that. Everything else is good. We can go back outside and watch them finish boarding our baggage. Once again, we are going to be doing the vote on next flight today. So we already have the flights. We're just going to put them in. So let me just look. And I'll start the poll when we're done. Start the poll. Next. This flight will probably be tomorrow. Let's see. We have, what is this one? Minneapolis to Atlanta. And then one more option we'll put in. Let me see. We have alright guys, we do have our next flight suggestions. Feel free to vote when you have a chance, and we'll see which one wins. We have Chicago to Cancun in the lead, looks like. Yeah, we do. Alright, so Chicago to Cancun is in the lead for next flight so far. Alright, we're going to be closing our cargo doors, so let's go back in the flight deck. That went pretty fast. So back in the flight deck. There we go. I don't know what I'm just doing. Alright, these are all good. Close and close. Now we're gonna wait a couple minutes on the ground so flight directors can go on. We are cruising up to, well, listen to it. It's a weird noise. 370. Flight level 370. Alright. Let's go. Boarding completed. Alright, we have our tug in the place. That might be a problem, but no, it's not. Alright, let's go. Oh, we gotta do that after we get out. Is there an APU bleed? Or no, it's just available. Alright. That's basically all I got. We'll see. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna wait a minute. Because we gotta disconnect. So, boarding door has now been closed. Or will be closed. So, before boarding door closes, shut and lock cockpit door. Let's see. This will come up. This will go up and we'll go operate jet away. Let's check it out. This is a quick and easy view. Oh no, oh, it's in our thing. Alright. Unable cruise altitude. Let's see. Really? Alright, so let's go 35000. Execute. Alright, we'll go 35. Alright, going to 35, so 35 is in the box. Alright, sounds are gonna go down for a pushback and engine start. E-engine start. Alright, so let's call for pushback. Alright, we're good up here. Everything is prepped for takeoff.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And yeah, let's get our push and start.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
All right. Oh, he just came out of the building. Oh, chocks remove.
Locking gear.
Oh, automatically removed. Cabin lights will go to auto. Alright. Seatbelt signs. On. Logo can go on. Everything is good with the hydraulics. And what runway are we taking off? I got the legs page up on my side. And you can get the performance. I don't even know what runway we're taking off. 3 left. Where's 3 left? I've never took off 3 left. 3 right or 3 left? Alright, here. We'll go nose left tower, right?
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright guys, we're ready for start. Let's see. Boom. Alright, if you guys are just coming in, welcome in. We are starting engine 2. We'll go in the back for start. And we'll pay the safety.
At this time, in just a few moments, we'll be showing you the safety video.
Alright,
Once
here we
the
go.
video has concluded, we'll be in the aisles to answer any questions you have before we're seated for taxi out. Again, thank you for choosing Delta today. My name is Susan. I'm your purser for today's flight, along with Charles in the economy cabin. We do welcome you aboard.
Alright, they welcomed you aboard, so let's go.
At
Once again, guys, thanks
we
for
think
watching.
our world feels smaller when you
We
get
got our
out in
wing
it.
walkers, and
That's why the
we're
best men
leaving.
and women in the business work each day to take you to the people, places, and cultures that make this world such an amazing place. Bringing the world closer together, one flight at a time.
We are a planet of amazing differences.
Please set parking brakes.
One of cultures and
brakes are going to
ideas
set.
that span our world and link us each to another. Whoever you
You
are,
guys,
Wherever you're going.
but it's starting to set.
we are proud
Oh,
to
you guys
fly
can
you
hear it.
there.
All right.
Because the first step towards connection,
Is departure.
welcome aboard. And thanks for flying with
Oh, it's
Delta.
not
Our
fully
first
started
priority
yet.
on every flight is the safety of our customers
Oh.
and crew. So, before we depart,
Please pay attention to this important safety message.
Be sure that all
There
carry-on
it
items
goes.
are securely stowed in an overhead bin, and place smaller items, including handbags, under the seat in front of you. If you lose your electronic device in your seat,
Forgot
please
about
do not
that.
adjust your seat and ask a crew member for assistance. Please ensure
Oh,
all
there it
aisles,
goes.
exits, and bulkhead areas
All right, we'll
are
tell them we have a
clear.
good
as
end
we leave the
start in a
gate, make
sec.
sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle. If you're seated in the business class cabin, secure your shoulder harness by attaching the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, remove the metal tip and allow the shoulder harness to retract. Please remain seated with your
now you
seatbelt
can hear it.
securely
All
fastened
right.
anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we
Forgot all
experience
about that.
unexpected
It's-
rough air.
For everyone's
CRJ.
safety, federal regulations require
Alright, we'll
all
pull that up,
passengers
too.
to comply with the posted placards and lighted information signs located throughout the cabin, in addition to any crew member's instructions.
Yeah,
Smoking,
yeah, I'll
including
get
the
you
use
in
of
there.
e-cigarettes, is not allowed on any Delta flight, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a restroom smoke detector.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door
All
has
right, they're gonna be disconnecting.
used as a
We have
ramp.
two votes.
All
We have a tie
exits are clearly
between
marked with an exit sign.
Minneapolis
However,
to
if there's a loss of
Atlanta,
power and cabin
and a
visibility
tie
is
between
reduced, lights will
Chicago
illuminate
to
the aisles to guide you to an
Cancun.
exit.
Please note that
We'll
exit
check
signs
that
on this
again
airplane
once
identify
we
each
get in
exit
the
with a
air.
green symbol.
Feel
Arrows
free to vote
indicate the
if you
direction
guys
to
are
the exit.
just coming in.
Locate the exit nearest
have
you
not
using these
voted
green
yet.
symbols. Keeping
Alright,
in mind
that
the
is
nearest
stable,
exit
so
might be
we're gonna be
behind
starting
you. In the
engine
event of an
one.
evacuation, leave all carry-on items behind. It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull the mask or red streamer towards you until the tube is fully
Alright, guys.
extended. Place the mask over your nose and
Engine
mouth,
one
slip the
is
elastic
starting.
strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be
We're gonna
sure
get
to
out of
adjust
here.
your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are located under your seats in the main cabin. If you're seated in the business class or Delta Premium Select cabin, life vests are located either in a compartment adjacent to your seat or under your armrest. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your
Cool.
waist and attach it to the buckle in front.
Alright,
And adjust
let's
securely
see
around your
when
waist.
they wave.
As you
We'll
leave
say
the
have a
plane,
good trip.
inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at
Alright,
the
they
bottom
wave.
of the vest,
Have
or
a good
manually inflate
trip.
it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level.
A water-activated light is attached to each vest.
There we go.
If necessary, we'll distribute additional life vests for children who weigh
We're
35
good
pounds
there.
or less.
Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright and your tray table is put away. If you're seated in the business class cabin, ensure your suite door is
All right,
open.
flaps 2.
Please note there is a placard on the door, visible when open, explaining how to use the suite door in case of an
Flaps
emergency.
2 is coming
if
down.
you're seated in the main cabin, ensure your aisle armrests are lowered, and in the Delta Premium Select cabin, ensure
we're
your
gonna
aisle
do-
armrests are raised.
As we come through the cabin for our final
Alright, we're
safety
gonna do
check,
flight
please
control
let us know if you have
checks.
any questions.
So,
and
full
finally,
right.
now would be a good time for everyone to review the
Full
safety
left,
information card, which is
full
in your
up,
seat pocket.
As
and
we
fold
span this
down,
amazing world of
and we'll
ours,
be good.
we celebrate all the connections. Thank you for choosing Delta to be a part of your journey.
Alright, here we
Now,
go.
as we get ready for takeoff, please sit back, settle in, and have a wonderful flight. Thank you for flying with Delta.
Alright, the safety message finished before we could even go. Taxi lights are going to be coming on. Wing lights can go on. AP, or we'll put our engines to continuous. Oops. APU is coming off. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we're going to be taxiing to runway. Alright, so we're just going to come down and make a left all the way up to 3. Alright, let's go. Alright, we'll give it some power. And here we go. We already did flight control check, so we're good. Slats are in takeoff configuration of 8. Oh crap, I keep hitting my microphone. Alright, cool. We'll go outside for a sec. Oh crap. Got a little off the line, the center line. Or it's not even a center line, it's just the taxi line. We'll be landing, yeah, it's still gonna be light when we're landing. It's only an hour 10, hour 20 maybe. Alright. Just go here. yaw damper. I don't know. That's just how the yaw damper is, I guess. Cool. Alright. So we probably are going to be making this left-hand turn up here. And yeah. Alright, so here we go. Ooh, crap. We'll give it a little power. Alright, there we go. So we're going to be taxiing over there. Yeah. .30 on the speed. Alright, flight 10's cam for departure. I do a 737 flight because I got the 737. So we are going to be doing that soon with the United livery. That is the Cancun or Chicago to Cancun flight. So we'll see. Alright, let's check our taxi map. Alright, we're going to take this all the way up to the next intersection to turn. Right? Maybe? Not sure. Oh yeah, that is right. Alright, I see it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. If you have not voted yet, feel free to vote. Very easy, all you gotta do is click an option. No price at all. I feel like I'm always going, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna make this left-hand turn here. What do you guys think of the CRJ? I just bought this plane. So yeah. Here, I'll go outside to show you guys. What do you guys think of it? One to 10 on a scale 1 to 10. Alright, where are we now? Alright, we're gonna make that next left. Which is, yeah, right here. And we're gonna go here, a little left, and Papa 1. Peppa Pig 1. That's crazy. Alright, so here goes our left-hand turn. Looks like they redid this. Because look, it's like a different color. So they may have redid this part in the Detroit airport. Alright, so almost to takeoff, about 2 minutes away from takeoff. Here we go. Flaps are in a yaw damper. I'm gonna look at that in a minute. UTC is 21:03. Low time in Detroit right now is 5:03 p.m. Flight time, wheels up to wheels down, hour 8 minutes or something like that. I don't know. I'll actually look. Wheels up, wheels down is an hour 8 minutes. Actually, right on time. Hopefully, you guys' day is going good. I see we got 3 people in here right now. Oh, we do have another vote, which we will check, like I said, in the air. Alright, so we are now clear for takeoff. Who knows what that means? Yeah, so once we get in the air, we'll check our votes. Everything is in the green. Takeoff config is okay. And we're good to go. We're taking off, looks like a crosswind. We're taking off into. Alright, we're gonna hold short, 3 left. Alright, holding short for only 3 left. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna go lane lights on, strobes are going on. Everything else is good here. Yaw damper should be up here, but I don't see it, so we're just not gonna do it. Alright, we're gonna get going in just a minute. I'm going to go grab something and I'll let you guys sit here for just like 1 more minute. Alright, can't spend more than an hour on the ground. We've already been 50 minutes in, or actually, let's see, 51 minutes right on the dot. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna line up and wait. Here we go. Flight attendant seats for takeoff. Let's get out of here. Speed mode is going up to 250. Cool. I'm gonna make this a left-hand turn, or right-hand turn. Such a smaller plane, we don't have to overturn. Alright, park brakes are gonna go to set. See us wobble. We're gonna go 40%. Spooling up. Sounds are going off. Here we go. I'll get you guys a cabin view. And that is that's Toga. Take off. Or as they would call them, the CRJ. I don't even know what they would call it. We'll check in a minute. Alright, 100 knots, or 8 knots. I think I'm in an Airbus. Everyone, rotate. Whoops. Alright. Positive recline, gear up. We really do have a crosswind. Alright, cool. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna hand fly up a little. I do want to hand fly up a little. Since I really haven't flown the CRJ that much. It's kind of like a Boeing. It's actually kind of like a private jet. Alright. Alright. We'll hand fly to above the clouds maybe. Actually, we're just gonna put autopilot on. It's just easier. So we're just gonna go nav and speed and autopilot engage. No, please engage. Alright, flaps are coming up. No, why is it not engaging? I've had this problem before. Don't really want to hand fly the whole way there. But I will if we have to. So our climb out. Alright, at least we can put speed mode maybe. Alright, we can put it back to I don't know why the autopilot is not going. Grandma Jean said doesn't look like good weather. Yeah, it's not too good in Detroit. Like there's a whole cloud over here. Alright, cool. Alright, we can zoom out on our Alright, already almost 10,000. I don't know why it's not going on. No clue. Alright, 10,000 feet. Lights can come off. TX lights can come off. And yeah, we're good now. I have no clue why it's not. The autopilot is not connecting. I have no clue. The autopilot is not going on. Oh, I'm gonna look up a video in a sec. Because why would the autopilot not be going on? Alright, you're past 10,000 feet.
At this time, in just a few moments, we'll be showing you the safety video. Once the video has concluded, we'll be in the aisles to answer any questions you have before we're seated for taxi out. Again, thank you for...
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee,
is going
water,
to
juices,
standard.
a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies.
There we go, standard. And over here,
beer, wine, and spirits are available, complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Alright, we're going to be making this left-hand turn in a moment. So I can't even... Why? Please turn on. Alright, continuous is going off. DC battery. Everything else is good. I don't know where that heat is or whatever it's called. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. That's why the CRJ is a little, I don't know about yet. Until they have it all fixed. We have 4 votes. Chicago to Cancun is at 50%. Minneapolis to Atlanta is at 25%. And Chicago to Dallas is at 25% too. So, pretty cool, but Chicago to Cancun is in the lead right now. And it's going to be a 737-900ER with the United livery. I might give you guys a sneak peek on that once we're at cruising. Actually, maybe if I can actually get the autopilot on. Alright, that's good there. Yaw damper. Oh my gosh, it was the yaw damper. No. It was the yaw damper the whole time. That's not. I did all that. Well. Alright. I'm gonna get it back on track. We'll go heading and autopilot. There we go. Alright, now we're good. Alright, that's much better. Well, now I figured it out for future. Cool, seatbelt signs are going off. Oops. Just one. Click off. And let's see. Everything else is looking good. We're going to continue. Oh, nope. I don't want to do that. We're just going to continue our climb. 250 is going in on the speed. We're in the climb detent. And yeah. Alright, now we're good. Much better. Alright guys, so for tomorrow's flight probably, it's looking like Chicago to Cancun is in the lead. But that could change anytime. So we're going to slowly start to climb up. But seatbelt signs did go off. Everything in here is good. Cool. Do we have a top of descent? That's a lot of airports, but our top descent is 320 nautical miles out. Cool. Alright, now here we go. Alright, we can get our music going back on. Alright, now we're cruising out. Whoa, look at the wing. Oh, is that ice? No. Can't be. Wait, let's go to the third one. Oh, it could be ice actually, never mind. Coming up here, we'll just go, boom. Yeah, going through clouds, it does get pretty icy when it's cold. Unless you're in, like, Florida. Alright. Alright, where are the window heats? I'm gonna have to look for those, because I have no clue where they are. Alright, I don't know where the window heats are right now. Still kind of learning this airplane. Let's see. I feel like I've done it before, I just don't remember it. I don't know. Let's go check out our wing view. Oh, now we got a cool wing view, I guess. Or, yeah, maybe when we get Detroit, it's probably not that warm either. I don't know. We're just gonna go vertical speed on it. We'll just go like 2,000 feet a minute, that works. Yeah, it should be good. Alright guys, here we go. To flight level 350, 10,000 feet to go. Seatbelt signs went off and we're going up. Is nav on? Still going through clouds at 25,000 feet, so we're definitely going to keep climbing. Alright, cool. Yeah, so not too good weather down in Detroit, but still got, oh, there goes our windows. Well, it's probably going to go back since we're going through this cloud. Wait, huh? What is it doing? I don't know what that was doing. Yeah, I have no clue what nav was doing. It has a mind of its own. Alright, cool. So continuing our climb up to flight level 350. And there goes nav mode. There we go. It was going to the wrong point the whole time. Maybe it's still... Oh no, now we're good. Alright, 280 on the climb, I guess. Alright, cool. I don't know why we're going up to 35,000 feet. That seems like really high. My airplane. Alright, I'm gonna just stay at... What about... Oops, wrong thing. What about 30,000 feet? We're also in a cloud. Alright, I'm gonna re-cruise it. I don't even know where I put my cruising altitude. Right here. I'm gonna go 3. We gotta get out of this cloud first. Yeah, see, when we go through clouds, we have ice on the window. That's a lot of ice. Alright, here we go. This thing is weak. This CRJ has weak power. I guess we only can go to 25,000, you know? That's how it's gonna act. 25. Look at nav and speed. I don't know what's wrong with my airplane. I don't get the CRJ. CRJ is not my airplane to fly. Alright, you know what? I'll go 20,000 feet. I'm good. Since you know we're only at 20,000 feet, we maybe can climb up more for 22,000 feet. Alright, let's find our I can't even think what I'm gonna say. Our ice things. Anti-ice is on, right? Ice. I don't care. Alright, that's fine. Alright, it's fine. Fuel level set. Yeah, don't worry, I didn't forget that today. Now the ice will slowly come off the window. Yeah, so right now, ooh, we do have a tie between Chicago to Cancun and Minneapolis to Atlanta. We'll see which one wins at the end of the time. It does look like we're getting a little ice on our window, but that should be fine. Someone must have just voted because we have Chicago to Cancun back in the lead at 50%. Can't even see out the window. Here, let me look for him. Where's the window heat on CRJ? Let's see. Where is the window heat on the CRJ 900? 900. Alright, located on the overhead panel, which specifically says WSHLD, windshield. I don't see it. Let me see. Heat controls. Heat controls are over here. Oh. De-ice the windows. Watch, now the ice is gonna come off. We're good now. Alright, cool. Hopefully everyone is doing good. Chicago to Cancun still in the lead. Oh, now look, we're going too fast. Nice. Or I guess we could climb. Hey, 25,000 feet. 25000. 25,000 feet set in the box. There we go. Alright, let's go check our windows. Hey, there our windows go. Our windows are not iced up. Alright, now we're just going to sit here until our top of descent. Probably not going to be flying the CRJ for another couple streams till I really figure the plane out. I wish there was like a flight level change, that'd be good. Alright, cool. What is that? XRF, who knows what that is? I will stay at 25,000. I'll just come throw my. I'll just come through. I just said. I'll come through. I almost just said it again. I'll control my throttles. All right, we're good. Cool. Now we're good. Alright, cool. Alright, cruising at 25,000 feet. Power is set. Yeah, that's basically it. See how long to our top of descent. It's looking like, well, there is no top descent that shows. So, top descent is probably about 200 nautical miles away. Alright guys, so this is going to be our flight that is in the lead right now. This is it right here. And let's see, this one right here. This is our flight that is in the lead. Chicago to Cancun, the United 737-900. So this is going to be our next flight, or the one that's actually in the lead right now. Unless someone breaks the lead, but that's looking like that's what it's going to be. Cool. Alright, so everything is stable, everything is in the green. I do have to stay here to watch it though, because I don't want to overspeed and make the airplane break. Alright, top percent is 160 nautical miles out. So yeah, this is a very fast flight. We are going to be climbing to 260. Alright, so probably about a minute. 100, 200, yeah, it's not going to even be a minute. Alright, holding our altitude. And yeah, it should be good. Let's see if I'll do this. Go here. Alright, yeah. Alright. cool. Alright, so top descent is on our screen. We are able to see it, so it means we are pretty close from our top descent. This will be the only flight today, if anyone was wondering. We're gonna watch ourselves go through the cloud. No, it's not as cool as I thought. Local time is 5:50 p.m. Hopefully we get a sunset landing. That'd be cool. Alright, we're gonna spool our range wheel down to 80. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so we still got Chicago to Cancun in the lead. Yeah. So, that's basically it. I'm gonna go grab something, but I'll be back soon because I don't want to overspeed. See you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, I am back. Still cruising at 26,000 feet. Well, we can see our top of descent. Everything is looking good. Everything is in the green. So yeah, we're gonna start descent in about 20 nautical miles. Actually, about 40. Alright, we're gonna go a little louder. Start descent in just a little bit. Alright, so I do want to know what it sounds like, because we messed with yesterday's. Let's see if I can hear myself. I do not think I can. Oh no, I can hear myself. Well, what is this? Alright, back in the flight deck. Start descending about 10 nautical miles out. Alright, so we are going down to 3,000 feet. Alright, there we go. Alright, seatbelt signs going on. We are starting our descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our descent, we request that you return to your seat and make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened low and tight across your lap. If you've taken out any carry-on items, please make sure they are safely stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin.
Alright, 1,500 feet a minute. Here we go. Once again, if you guys are just coming in or coming back, welcome in or welcome back. We have just started our initial descent into, can't think. We have now started our initial descent into JFK, New York. So a very easy flight today. Here we go. Top set has been reached. Coming down here to the lights page, everything's looking good. Alright, let's see, 23,000 feet and ascending. We're gonna give it a little more power. We'll be making this left-hand turn, so we'll go in the cabin and watch it. Alright, we can make an announcement to the cabin crew. So let me grab this, this, this. And ladies and gentlemen, from Flight Deck, this is your captain speaking. We have now started our initial descent into JFK, New York. We should have you on the ground in about 7 minutes. Please return to your seats with your seatbelts fastened. Local time is 6:05 in New York right now. Once again, thanks for flying with Endeavor Airlines or Delta Connection. Hope to see you on future travel flights. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the last couple minutes of your flight. Alright, there we go. Everything's looking good. 1,500 feet a minute. We're going to give it a little more power. These are going to armed. We're just prepping. Alright. In the cabin. Cool. Alright, 20,000 feet. And we're going to continue our descent. We still got Chicago to Cancun in the lead for next flight. Probably tomorrow. Probably after, because I do have catechism. Alright, let's go. Alright, this should be an easy arrival. Looks like. Easy arrival today. I'm making this right-hand turn momentarily. So we'll watch this. Alright, should be going in just a second with this right hand turn. You'll see the I forgot what they're called, but they'll fly up on the wing. Well, actually, I'm not sure if that actually works. I don't know. Alright. Right hand turn, maybe? Oh, we still got 10 nautical miles. And we're gonna bring the power back just a little. Past 18,000 feet. We're gonna standardize these. Alright, cool. Alright, we're on the cabin, and the things on the wings, I forgot what they're called, but they'll fly up too. Been in the air for about an hour and 4 minutes, I would say. Oh, never mind, that's only when I do it, they go up. Alright, look at these clouds, they're actually looking pretty good for 2020 game, the game 2020. Is there the localizer? No? Alright. No localizer, it's fine. Alright, we gotta go down a little faster. Alright, there we go. Can't even see the screen, it's so bright. Oh, there we go. Spoilers are out. Alright, 10,000 feet. All the lights come on, we'll let the cabin know real fast. And then we gotta slow to 250. That idle. Still coming down. Alright, we're gonna do a holding turn. .2,000 feet a minute. We're doing a heading holding turn around the airport. There's 1,000 feet from 3,000. Alright, then we'll go, once we get a little farther out, we'll go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until we have stopped.
Oh, they do have their own announcements. That's what we were hearing. Alright. We'll go on to nav mode. And we're going down to 2,000. Alright, here we go. It has caught the localizer. Alright. Cool. Flaps 1. Approach mode is coming on. Whoops. And then we'll wait for flaps full. Should be capturing the glide slope in just a minute. Are we gonna catch the glide slope? Oh. Alright, here we go, guys. Caught the glide path. This is good. What was the airport? Oops, 4,000 on missed approach. Gear down. Flaps full. Alright, guys, we're ready for landing. Flaps are full. We'll go in the cabin, check them out. Spoilers are going to armed. Is there an arm? I don't actually think there is. There is no arm. Oh, it's raining. Thousand feet. Runway is not in sight yet. What a bad time to fly in New York. Runway is not in sight. No runway in sight. Runway is in sight. I do see the lights. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was not a good landing, but we've made it. Where are my wipers? I don't know where my wipers are. Alright. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New York. We thought we had bad weather in Detroit. Alright, up here, landing lights are coming off, taxi lights are going to stay on, strobes are coming off. We'll ping the cabin. This stuff is all coming off, flight directors are coming off. Everything is good down here. Flaps are going to be coming up in a second. Alright, that was a crazy landing. Let's find our wipers real fast. Wiper. Cool. Actually, we can go slow. Alright, flaps are going to be coming up. Oops. Oh, 2.
gentlemen, welcome. Please remain in your seat with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has been parked to the gate and the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will be your only indication that it's safe to stand and gather your personal belongings. Also, use caution if you open the overhead bins, as items do have a tendency to shift during flight.
Alright, let's taxi.
For those of you wishing to use your cell phones, it is now safe for you to do so. As a reminder, your laptop computers must remain stowed until we're parked at the gate. It has certainly been our pleasure bringing you today. Looks like you have an absolutely gorgeous day ahead of you.
This is not a gorgeous day.
We certainly hope when your future plans call for your travel that you'll once again select
Alright, let's
your
go.
life. Thank you and have a great time here.
Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New York. Well, look, time is approximately 6:24 p.m. Once again, thanks for flying with us. That's some bad weather to land in. Alright, that anti-ice can go off too. Alright, I'm gonna turn like the dome light on. There we go. Alright, as Bubba said, she put the emoji hands clapping. Yeah, surprised we didn't flip over like that one. That was that was probably the hardest landing I've ever done, especially in a CRJ. Alright, cool. So we're gonna cross runway 4 left and 22 right. Alright, clear left, clear right, no airplanes coming. Thanks for not flipping it over. Oh yeah, I got you. Alright, so we are gonna be making a left-hand turn in a second to Concourse B. Concourse Bravo. Oh, wrong one. Yes. APU is going to be coming on. Alright, we'll go somewhere like right here, I guess. The jetway is gonna really have to come down. Alright, we're gonna set the parking brakes. Oh, never mind. Oh wait, no, we're gonna keep going. We can't be here. We gotta go to the other one. Right here. We gotta go over here. We'll go there. Yeah, we'll go somewhere here. Alright, we're gonna come in somewhere like right. We'll come over here. This spot works. Oh, is this a taxi line? Oh wait, whoops. don't even know what gate this is. We're just gonna park here. Alright, parking brakes are coming to the set position. That's basically it, guys. Engines. Engines stop. Yeah, I know. Alright. Wipers are coming off. We're gonna get a ground power unit connected. The jetway will be coming our way in a minute. We'll go GSX. I don't know where we are. Alright, we'll just go. How else can we operate a jetway? Let's request jetway connection. Alright, jet. There we go. Alright. Door's gonna be open, stairs are going down. All of our lights are going to be coming off. Except nav, we'll leave nav on. APU is on. Let's see, we can go. Alright, where's like the dome light? Oh, it's over here. There we go. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's see. Cool. Alright, guys, we have now arrived. Let's see. Alright, the poll has now been ended. Chicago to Cancun is going to be tomorrow, 737-900. Everything is looking good. We're gonna request deboarding, get our passengers and everything out of here. Oh, can't do it, never mind. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today then. Alright guys, once again, thank you for being on stream today. Thank you for flying with us. I don't know what else to say. It's been Ben with Flying for One. Or with Flying for One, I almost just said that. One love, much love, peace out. I'll see you guys next time. Going from Chicago to Cancun. This has been Ben with Flying for Fun. One love, much love, peace out.